here. I'm in between Shepherdstown, West Virginia and Sharpsburg, Maryland, where the Antietam campaign of the Civil War happened in 1862. And at the time of this bloody war on September 17th, 1862, this house over here in this field was the home of Stephen Grove. And this was his farm. The Federal Army of the Potomac camped throughout the area after the battle. The Grove house became headquarters. When the fighting ended on September 17th, both armies suffered from exhaustion and shock. Confederate General Robert E. Lee reacted first, withdrawing the Army of the Northern Virginia across the Potomac near Shepherdstown during the next night. Union General George B. McClellan, commander of the Army of the Potomac, sent part of his forces in pursuit, but kept the remaining near Shepherdstown to rest and resupply. In Washington, D.C., President Abraham Lincoln sympathized with the soldiers' need to recover. He grew increasingly impatient, however, as the days and weeks rolled by and McClellan failed to move. On October 1st, which is actually today, this is October 1st, 2017, October 1st, 1862, Lincoln took the train west from Washington to visit and encouraged McClellan in person. The men conferred at McClellan's headquarters and then came here October 3rd to attend a review of the 5th Corps in the nearby fields. Afterwards, they posed here for General Gardner, one of Matthew Brady's photographers. Lincoln and McClellan seemed to be taking each other's measures, with the advantage going to the much taller president. Lincoln returned to Washington the next day. On November 7th, Lincoln relieved McClellan. And fresh from the victory of the Second Battle of Manassas, General Robert E. Lee's Army of Northern Virginia crossed the Potomac on September 4th and 6th, 1862, to bring the Civil War to northern soil and to recruit sympathetic Marylanders. Union General George B. McClellan's Army of the Potomac pursued Lee, who had detached General Thomas J. Stonewall Jackson's force to capture the Union garrison at the Harpers Ferry. After the Federals pushed the remaining Confederates out of the South Mountain Gaps, Lee awaited Jackson's return near Sharpsburg and Antietam Creek on September 17th. At the Battle of Antietam, the two armies clashed in the bloodiest single day in American history and suffered some 23,000 casualties. Lee soon retreated across the Potomac, ending his first invasion of the North. Following in his footsteps, General Lee and McClellan along Maryland Civil War's trails. Antietam campaign. Lee invades Maryland, a 90-mile tour route that allows you to explore the stories of triumph and tragedy at more than 60 Civil War sites. Let's go to Sharpsburg.